Good morning, friends. How are you all? Today, I will take a new lesson, that is the poem Animals. The central idea of the poem is in the poem Animals, the poet Walt Whitman praises animals for being better than human beings and for possessing all such qualities that humans lack or have forgotten. The poet wants to live among animals and experience a life where no one complains and where they are free of sins and sorrows. The theme of the poem is not to praise how good animals are, but to compare humans with them in order to highlight the flaws of their nature. The poet believes that probably a very long time ago, humans possessed all the qualities, but they have lost them now. So I believe you might have understood something today as I'm taking the poem Animals by Walt Whitman. Now, in this poem, Walt Whitman wants to tell us that we had good qualities. Okay, all of us had good qualities, but as the days passed, we lost all those good qualities and started fighting, arguing, and shouting at each other for stupid things. We did not care for others. The bond of love was lost, whether it is with our family, with our neighbor, with our friends, relatives, whoever for that matter. We start fighting, started complaining for silly matters. Walt Whitman just compares the life of humans with the life of animals, where animals don't complain for anything. They don't complain to God why He has made them such kind of thing or why He is not taking care of them. Whereas we human beings always fight, always complain to God and to each other. So that is what exactly Walt Whitman is trying to tell us through this poem, Animals. So I will go through the stanzas one by one and explain them to you. So please listen carefully. Stanza 1. I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self contained. I stand and look at them long and long. Placid means what? Calm, quiet. Okay, calm or quiet. Placid means calm or quiet. Now, explanation. The poet here desires to turn into an animal and live with them as he is impressed by their calmness and the purity of their mind. Unlike humans, animals seem so contained with their lives and are happy in their natural surroundings. The simple lives of animals help them maintain self control and their rationality. He stands and looks at them for a long time. In the phrase long and long, the implied meaning is the longing that the poet feels for these two qualities in human beings. Stanza 2. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. Okay, the meaning sweat and whine. Sweat and whine means to cry. The explanation. The poet is quite happy with the fact that animals do not make complaints and cry about their conditions like humans. They eat and sleep peacefully as they have nothing to worry about, while humans, because of their wrong actions, are unable to do so and thus cannot sleep without worrying about them. Humans, even after committing sins, talk about God and rightness, while animals are simple creatures and they do not need to worry about praying to God. The poet here means that since animals are so pure, they do not pray to God for forgiveness or ask God to fulfill their desires like humans. Stanza 3. Not one is dissatisfied, not one is demented with the mania of owing things. Not one kneels to another, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. Explanation. Animals do not possess material things like humans, and they are happy and satisfied without all the worldly items, the desire of which has affected human beings very badly. This desire to own things has been called madness by the poet. Animals are free from the habit of praying to their ancestors. When the poet says not one is respectable, he means that since all of them are equal, there is no question of respect to some and insult to others. All these features of animals make them happy and uncomplaining. Stanza 4, the last one. So they show their relations to me and I accept them. They bring me tokens of myself, they evince them plainly in their possession. I wonder where they get those tokens. Did I pass that way huge times ago and negligently drop them? Explanation. The poet feels that animals represent human beings in some way. This means that animals seem to have what humans once had, that is, virtues like kindness, self containment, and innocence. They symbolize the lost values of the human race. He believed that civilization has corrupted human beings, and instead of teaching values to them, it has taught them greed. He believes in this poem that humans dropped these virtues a long time ago and have forgotten them. Have you understood the poem? Walt Whitman clearly tells that the human virtues, what we supposed to have or what we had, because of the civilization, because of the modernization, we have lost everything. We do not care about others. We often tell lies. We often criticize others. We often try to put others down. We never appreciate anybody who is growing, whereas animals don't do this kind of things. They do not cry in front of others, or they do not cry in front of God, telling that they do not have this or that. No, they do not complain to God that the fellow is getting more than me. It is we human beings who are doing such kind of things. We are never satisfied whatever we get. We have become so greedy that even if we have got more than what we need, still we cry that why I am not having that thing. We simply blame on others. We simply complain others. We simply question on others. So Walt Whitman just tells that he just want to leave this world and go and live with the animals, where he can live happily without any complaints, without any cry of human beings. We have to do this. We have to understand this. We have to ask ourselves that how much happy I am. Hope you have understood the poem. Let us go through the poem once, read the poem once again, try to understand it, write the summary of it in 80 words, not more than that. Tomorrow I'll come back with the question answers. Till then, stay home, stay safe, have a nice day.